Hey, welcome to the show. This is Honest Underground Interviews, and I'm Joshua Hernandez. It's great to have you here with us. Today, we're diving into an exclusive Honest Underground interview with the young talent from San Antonio Warren High School, Gav the Don. He and his dad made that trip up I 35 north into Austin, Texas, so that they could chat about his music. If you're a fan of Lucky or Juice World, then Gav the Don's work is a must listen. It's streaming on all major platforms, so be sure to go check it out after you watch this interview. And if you want to help us continue featuring amazing underground artists like Gav the Don, then please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It'll help out a lot. Help us grow, help us proliferate, and help us find more artists to feature. Keep celebrating the underground, y'all. Peace. Um, the first thing I want to talk to you about is your process, because you told me that you're making stuff on a Chromebook,
Yes, sir.
with a gaming
The
head.
HyperX gaming headset for the Xbox.
That's and like that ingenuity is something that's like I feel sorely lacking. I think a lot of people are like, I need to have the latest and greatest equipment. I gotta have the DAWs. I gotta have all this stuff. And for you to be able to make what you're making with the resources you have, like how do you do like what is that process? Do you just like, hey, I'm going into the school bathroom and I'm gonna record, or what do you do?
Well, when I like get in the mood, like I want to record, usually it's just in my bedroom, on my bed. I'll get the Chromebook, get the headset, usually from the upstairs loft. When I was like playing the game or whatever.
So you go straight from gaming,
Yeah,
from the game
basically.
that's crazy. That's awesome, man.
And then I'll just like whatever on my mind, or I usually like just get to recording. Like go to BandLab on the Chromebook and just get to it. There's not much to it. It's with the equipment I have. I'm glad that I can do what I can, because I mean honestly, there's people that got it worse. So I'm like, even though I don't have much, I still I'm grateful that I have enough to do what I am.
Yeah, hell yeah. And when you say you go in BandLab, I'm not familiar with BandLab. Like I know, uploading music and stuff on BandLab, but
Yeah.
what do you like? Do you make your beats yourself on BandLab,
No,
or you
you
pull
can.
or do you pull like type beats, or what
Yeah.
do you do?
Well, before it was all type beats. It was all that. I have yet to make a beat. You can make beats on BandLab, but I haven't learned. I need to, but now, like these past few weeks, I've been working with more producers and stuff, and like other artists, and so yeah. But usually it's just I'll go to YouTube, look up some type beats, whatever artist, and then
So
yeah.
when you go on YouTube, what are you looking up?
A lot is like I'll look up DC the Don type beat, Lucky type beat, Juice WRLD type beat. What like just like my favorite artists, because I mean that's what I've been doing since I was little. Like since I was like first started like really writing stuff back when in like 2020 when I was like 12. That's what I would do. Just look up those type beats and just work from that. And that's what I still do to this day. But again, I'm like working with producers more and more.
So to go back on that 2020, I feel like a lot of people across the generational span, like in 2020, the pandemic, the lockdown, were like, I need to find stuff to do. And it's crazy to me hearing you were 12
Yeah.
and we're like, I need to start writing. Like, where did that come from? Do you even know?
I mean, I've always been wanting to do music since I was like a little kid. Like I remember when I was like 5 years old. Like this is what I wanted to do. Like I would perform in my living room for my family, or like I remember back in like 2013, 2014, Bruno Mars was doing the halftime show for the Super Bowl, and I like sung it with him, like in the living room in front of my family. I just always knew this is what I wanted to do, and I was always like off and on. Obviously, I know it's like weird saying I was like a little kid and didn't know what I wanted to do, but like this is really what I want to do, and I come from like a family of music. Like my dad, he was in a band when he was younger, and he's always had that. He's always loved music, and he's part of the reason that I want to do it too, cause he used to, and yeah, he likes the stuff I'm doing now though, and I love the stuff I'm doing, but It's just something I've always wanted to do. And
so Dad, do you remember that? Do you remember him singing?
Yeah, we got tons of videos of him.
so many,
Dad
so many.
singing to Bruno Mars.
No, y'all got to send me
They're
that
not.
for some Be Real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when we were little, when he was like 1 or 2, my style of music has always been kind of like rock and things like that because I play guitar. So early on, I would listen to like Killswitch Engage, Metallica stuff, be jamming out like car seat and baby, listen to that stuff.
So is that going to be a pivot? Are you going to pivot to some of the more rock
Actually,
rap type
yes.
stuff?
Yes, I've been wanting to do that. I mean, you know, my EP, I tried experimenting.
Yeah,
with that.
no, I heard that, and
Yeah.
that's why I asked. Like, and
It's
that's what I really
definitely something I wanna
enjoyed
do.
about your EP. And in the review, I even noted like it seemed like almost like 2 different genre experiments. You know, like that first half, I really heard those Lucky Juice WRLD vibes, and then that second half, you got the acoustic tone to it, and it was like, okay, I want to see where this goes. And you said you're trying to you know, experiment with that more. Is there like a different headspace when you're writing to those kind of songs versus like the Lucky Juice WRLD songs?
I'd say not too much. Well, yeah, I'd say there is a different headspace. I'd say when I'm writing on those like Lucky Juice WRLD beats, I'm more like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like if I'm doing like a rock type song, I try to be more real with my lyrics, like more like me, or more just like, I don't know, just in general, just realer.
Vulnerable kind of
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get that. Because, like, I feel like on those Juice WRLD, Lucky, that kind of sound, especially with kids your age, there's a lot of, and I'm not trying to, like, expose you in front of Dad, but there's a lot of, like, oh, I'm on lean.
Yes.
I'm fucked up. I'm this and that. And, like, I know a lot of kids aren't doing that, but I also know it's kind of, like, observational lyrics, and
Very
it's
much.
like I see kids do. I'm not doing it, but I'm seeing kids doing it.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of like reporting on what's happening. You know, the experience of an adolescent, right?
Yes, sir.
Whereas with your the more rock acoustic sound, it sounded more introspective and like reflective of what you're going through. Is that kind of a fair assessment of kind of how your music is so far?
Yeah, I'd say definitely just like you said, like a representation of what kids are doing. Like, it's not like, honestly, like, I don't do none of that. You know, if anyone's wondering, that's not me. But, you know, just very observant. Like, I observe all these things, like in the music I listen to, or what I see, what I hear, like just on a day-to-day basis, like just everything. I just gain like inspiration from like everything I do, I hear, I see, I read, just everything. Like, it's just a lot of just everything I see every day is really what I put in my music. And so, you know, it's not always me speaking, but it's me speaking like
to what you see.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And I feel like that's lost a lot. I do feel like it's lost a lot. Speaking of inspirations, non-musically, what are some, like, because I know some people be talking about the animes that they're watching or the movies that they're seeing or the books. So what are some of your non-musical influences? Do you like, is there like a cartoon show you grew up with where you're like, man, that really shaped how I view art? Or
I'd say non-musically, it's really just anything I see, anything I read, watch. Like, I can get inspiration from like literally like anything I do. I'll just like come up with something in my head, or I'll be thinking about something and I'll come up with it. So non-musically, it's not really too much other than just what I do, hear, read. Like I said before, you know, it's really just like I just like weirdly gain inspiration from a lot of stuff, and like gain ideas. Like, I just get a lot of my ideas from just stuff that goes on that's besides music. And as far as like movies or TV shows go, it's not, that doesn't really play a part in my music, I'd say. Yeah, not really.
not really. So what are you reading right now?
Reading? Nothing. I mean, I'm reading a book for English class.
What are y'all reading in English?
Lord of the Flies.
Oh, do you read Lord of the Flies?
Yeah.
I love Lord of the Flies. What do you do you enjoy reading?
No.
No.
To be honest.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Lord of the Flies so far? Are you actually reading it?
Well, our teacher reads it to us and we follow along.
Okay.
And I try to stay focused. It's like kind of hard to stay focused, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like, I don't even know. I don't even know. But to be honest, my thoughts right now, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's like, I can't really give like too in depth because I'm just like not very familiar just because, I don't know, like.
So, do you know it's about young
Yeah,
kids getting stuck?
They're on the island
stuck
right
on the
now.
island by themselves.
Yeah,
right?
we haven't finished it, but like they have the fire going so they can get a signal, and then it's like it goes out when there's a boat and everyone's mad, and like there's some weird stuff going on with that pig's head on the stick talking to Simon. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. Nah, man. No. If you were on a desert island like that, you got 4 people. Who you taking?
4 people. That's tough. I'm gonna take my god brother Jordan.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my best friend Steve. You know, strictly for entertainment and stuff. You know, and I feel like we work together. I'm gonna take my friend Alex or K Glock. He's on a few of my songs. And then I'm gonna take. It's tough. That's real hard. Cause it's like I don't know.
You don't want to make anyone mad, right? You're like, I don't want to leave anyone off the island.
Nah. So that's us. And then I'll take my bro. I'll take my brother RJ, my god brother RJ.
Yeah.
Us 5. I think we could do something.
You could survive out there
Yeah.
on your own. You think y'all can manage?
Yeah, I think we could.
You wouldn't have no pigs talking to y'all. You wouldn't be hallucinating. Freaking
Maybe.
Out. Maybe.
I couldn't give an answer on that.
I hear a lot of that like brotherly bond in your music, where it's the appreciation for your friends, and I think that's really cool. But I also hear a lot of like I don't want to say lovesickness, but like that. There's a lot about girls, right?
Yeah.
Is there? You don't gotta say a name or anything like that. Is there anyone in mind when you're writing these things, or is it just the general feeling?
Just the general feeling, because honestly, I've been making stuff like that since I was like young, like, cause I mean the first like artist I ever listened to was Bruno Mars, so like that foundation, you know, is pretty like girl, like lovesick, like, so, and then Juice WRLD, and like just very like from what I hear, and yeah, just the general feeling, like in general, just all that, and then you know inspiration from other music is really what inspires a lot of that. But there's no one specifically in mind. Like completely honest, there's no one specifically in mind.
Yeah, and that's cool that you're able to tap into that. Because I feel like a lot of people who do write that kind of music, it is about somebody. It's about a relationship that they've been through. But for you, A, not to have that about someone in particular, and B, to have it sound so genuine, like. Because it makes me believe, like, damn, this dude's got his heart broken. Like, I feel bad for him. I want to hug him and make him, you know. But no, that's cool. That's cool that you're able to tap into it. And I feel like a lot of young artists, and especially young men, don't really have that ability to tap into their emotions like that. And I feel like your art, and I'm going to call it, is it okay if I call it art?
Yes, sir.
Do you view it as art first and foremost, or do you... Because I know there's that kind of schism of like art versus hustle.
No, it's art for sure. This is something I'm passionate about and that I want to make a difference with.
No, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, no. So, and I think that really reflects in the music that you make. You know, I do feel like, and I don't know if you agree with this, but there's some people who do it because they view it as like, oh, this is how I'll get the bag. This is how I'll make money. This is, you know. But I feel like you.
This is how I'm gonna like get it out where I'm out my situation.
Yeah,
like,
what you want to say.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like you have stuff to say.
Yeah.
And even at what, you're 15 or 16?
15.
15.
Turning 16 in like 2 months.
Ooh, are you gonna start driving? Are you already learning how to drive?
Nope, and it's his fault.
No drive. Don't worry. I did not want to drive. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, bump that. my dad, we had a big old truck like y'all's truck,
Yeah.
and in the middle of rush hour traffic, and I hadn't taken a driving lesson yet, he was like, get in, and had me drive, and that literally traumatized. I was like, nah, I'm not driving ever again, forget this. So I waited until I was 18, so no rush, bro.
Yeah, you're right. But
and
I do want to.
driving sucks. I get the allure of the freedom to get where you want to go, but you can ask your dad. Driving sometimes, especially through these cities, it kind of sucks, man. But are you excited for your? Are you gonna do anything for your Sweet 16? Anything special or?
Special, probably not. I'm gonna be at the house with my friends, my family, and just probably chill. Listen to my own music. you know, so nothing too special, at least not in mind yet. But right now, just basically what I do every year, just chill with friends and family.
That's cool. That's cool. In 1 second, let me just make sure everything's still recording, going well, and then we'll continue. Make sure I got. All right, man. You're looking good on camera, bro. All right, brother. So, what's coming up? I saw that you've been posting about other artists who are. I guess. Do you have like a clique of artists that you work with, or that?
Not specifically.
So these people like was it Bree?
Yeah.
And then is it Key Glock?
K Glock, yeah.
K-Glock?
Yeah.
And I know you have some producers. Like, how do these people all go to Warren, or
No.
how did you connect with these people?
First starting my friend K Glock. That's his name's Alex. That's my brother for real. We've been friends since 3rd grade, and we've been making music since we were in like 6th grade together. So he's always been there, and that's been both of our dreams for a long time. So him, that came through a personal connection, and the other artists I'm working with now, I just meet them online and stuff, just trying to work with who I can, and yes. So that's
online, like on Discord or Instagram.
Instagram, like group chats and stuff.
So how do they hear about you? How do you? I am completely oblivious to the social media connection game right now in music. So how do they hear about you? Or
I'll just meet people and cause how I met that producer that I'm working with. His name's Leon. Y'all go check him out. He has a tape dropping soon with my other friend Wirito High Risk, and they got a tape drop in like a few months. But anyway. I just met him like a group chat with this other artist that I followed on TikTok, and he made a group chat for like other artists and stuff, and that's how I meet him, like just by just connecting with other artists and meeting other artists through that connection and stuff. Like,
what's the community like? Like when it's online like that, and you're not face to face, and you're not meeting, like, is it easy to build those connections and start creating with people? Is it harder? What do you think?
I'd say it's really easy, especially with like the resources we have nowadays, like the band lab. It's like super easy to connect and work with people now. So meeting up or like seeing someone in real life it's not a problem, to be honest. You can do it perfectly online, and it works, and it's those connections, it's easy to build online.
Do you get a better reception for your music online with the online community, or with your friends at Warren and your family, or would you say they're both positive or both kind of like mixed bag? What do you say?
I'd say they're definitely both positive. I mean, real life, I don't really work with, there's not any artists that I really work with in real life, because my friend Alex, he don't live here no more. K Glock, he lives in what's it called, Elmendorf or something like that. And so me and him, and that's online too. But yeah, and then with the other artists, it's just easy. It's easy to work online. I say both have positives, very big positives, and they're both pretty easy and fun.
Yeah. I guess what I meant more was like when you share your music, when you're like, hey, I want you to give me your opinion, or put it out into these group chats or
Yeah.
having your friends listen to it in person, uh, are they both like, damn, this is dope music, or there people on the group chats who are more like, hey, you should do this, this, and this, or your friends kind of like, hey, you know, critical at all, or is it all just positive reception for what you're doing?
I'd say it's more positive online than in real life. You know, my friends, they definitely tell me if something's not, if something could be better and stuff, you know. But I'd say they're both pretty positive. Everyone, you know, supports what I'm doing and likes it, and they're just, you know, happy that I'm doing what I'm doing and stuff.
Yeah. So when you say your friends are a little more, I guess, critical, what is something a friend has said where you're like, that's true, and then what's another thing that they've said where you're like, you're just hating?
Well, obviously they say, like, the hating part is just like, oh, this, hold on, I don't want to cuss. This sucks. But like usually they're joking. But also I feel like my music pertains to a specific audience too though. So, but when they're right, like I'd say the stuff that I'm like, yeah, that's true, is when they tell me it's like, just like the quality, I guess, of my stuff, like
the sound quality,
the sound
the mix quality.
the mix quality, sometimes like my delivery, and yeah, just that mainly. It's like, yeah, I could definitely work on that, and I could definitely try to fix, you know, the quality, like get better equipment.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
What are you looking to go from your current releases? Like, what are some things where you're like, my next project, I want to improve on this, or I want to say this?
I haven't thought about my next project much. Well, okay, my next project is not gonna be really a project. It's gonna be I already like got this idea in my mind, cause like all this stuff from like last spring, or this past spring. Not talking about the song, but yeah, I recorded and released a lot of stuff from my phone, and it like sounded really bad. So, but people say they like that stuff. It just doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh well, I want to redo those songs like with better quality and stuff, and release that as like a little like EP probably in next March. That's like where my idea is right now. But as far as like my next project, like an album, I don't have much in mind right now. I'm just taking it slow. You know, I just dropped one. But I'm still working on music every day, but I'm not like, you know, focused on one project right now.
Yeah. I dig that. And what are some of the songs that you've made where you're like, dang, this is fire?
I'd say my favorite songs, I can give a top 3. My favorite songs that I made so far are probably no order, like Last Spring, Do It Over, and probably Again. Those 3, all on the album. I say If You Don't Mind too. I love that one. And those 4 are probably like my favorites that I've made so far.
And without getting into specifics, why are those the ones where you're like, yeah, I like these a lot?
Just the sound. I feel like, I don't know how to, like, just in general, like they just sound good, and I think it's just, I feel like I put like extra work into those, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I feel like just, and also like going back to when I was making them, like how I felt, or how everything just felt right when I was doing it, how everything just like, and now listening back, like everything just like worked. Like, I'm glad I did this how I did. I'm glad that everything I did worked, or I'm glad I did everything how I did, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no. Is there some, I guess, you know what cathartic means, catharsis means?
No.
It's like when you feel negative emotions, or you need an outlet, and a healthy way to express those emotions. You feel like that music, the process of making music helps you kind of channel, you know, complex emotions that we all feel, right? Is there a sense of that when you write and create?
Most definitely, I feel like music's definitely like the best escape, like possible in my opinion at least. For me, like if I'm feeling like any sort of way, like down or sad or whatever, and I get to writing and recording, like just speak my mind, pour my heart out or whatever. It definitely helps so much. It's honestly like I'm blessed that I have that ability to do that because honestly I don't know what I would do. It's obviously a very healthy option too. So like, you see people turning to drugs, get into these bad lifestyles because of how they feel. But music is just like, that really helps and it's healthier.
No, I dig that. And what's your favorite part of the process? Is it the writing? Is it the recording? Is it the mixing? Or, where do you feel the most at ease in the process?
I'd say definitely recording because sometimes writing could like stress me out. And then yeah, I'd say the recording is definitely my favorite part. Hearing how everything comes together from the start. The first few bars to how it sounds at the end of the song. And like yeah, after I record a song, I listen to it like a bunch of times. Like really, I feel like I listen to my music the most, like my own music the most.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because it's just like not only I obviously I like it, but just the feeling, just like the thought, like I did this, like I made this, I made something that I like. I usually tend to focus on more like do I like this? Like I don't ever want to put nothing out that I don't like, so I tend to focus more on is this something that I will listen to? Is it something that I would like? That I would, add to my playlist or whatever. I tend to think about that more than what other people think. But I also do care what other people think because, those are the people that are going to help me get to where I want to be.
And where do you want to be?
At the top.
At the top?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Just, I want to be at a point where I'm like free, like I can do what I want without having to worry about money, money wise, very specifically. I just want to be at a point where I can help out all my family, like where I can just make sure nobody has to like worry again. I just want to be, to a point where I can just not have to worry much and be just free, like not have to tend to somebody else. I just be my own boss, my own person, just whatever I want. That's really how I see. That's really where I want to be. Even if I'm not famous, that doesn't mean too much to me, to be honest. I just like I said, that's what I want.
I respect that. I feel like a lot of people get into it for reasons that are more self-serving, where it's like I want women, I want nice cars,
Yeah.
and to hear that answer, especially from someone who's 15, who's saying I want to help my family, I want to make sure people don't have to worry. There's a lot of, and I don't know if you realize this, but there's a lot of depth to that answer, and that is what really makes your music resonate with me. Like honestly, your style, it's not usually the genre of hip hop rap that I would listen to. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of like, do you know who like Earl Sweatshirt?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like those kind of guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But for some reason, your approach to things and the way that it comes off, there is that sense of you're genuine behind what you're making, and I think that will resonate with people as long as you keep staying genuine and you keep that mindset of like, I'm not doing this just for me and my ego. I am doing this for my people, for my culture, for what I want to say. I think that's really cool. I really enjoy that you're doing that. Are you more of a hands-on learner, visual learner, listening learner?
No, I cannot listen well at all. So hands-on, I say. I'm like, I just zone out too much. There's just so much stuff in my mind at all times. Like, not like, I'm not saying like I'm like super busy or anything, but or like super stressed. Like sometimes I can't get stressed, but that's not even what I'm talking about. Just in general, like my mind's just constantly like racing and just thinking about something else. Like, I'm constantly zoning out and stuff. Like it's hard to listen. To be honest, I don't know what it is.
No, I am the same way. Where
Yeah.
it's like, I'll be talking to someone and they'll say something, and then that'll just lead to a breadcrumb trail of a million different
Yes,
things. I'm like, how did I
exactly,
even get
exactly.
to thinking what I'm thinking
That's
about
exactly
now?
how it is.
Yeah.
How did I even get to this? Like, what am I talking about?
Yeah, and then you'll be like, I'm just in class. And why am I thinking about traveling to Mars or whatever the case is? I guess I know it's early. You're a sophomore, right?
Mm.
So plans post high school? Where do you?
Right now, no idea. Honestly, I really don't want to go to college, but I feel I might, like, I have to, because I don't want to, like, obviously music is my plan. Like, this is what I want to do. But, not everything is guaranteed. I'm not just going to get something, just because, like, so I'm going to just continue working towards that. But school-wise, really nothing, or just anything besides music, to be honest, is really nothing.
Do you feel you can pair your passion for music and creativity with academics post high school? Do you think that can be an option, or have you even thought of that?
No, to be honest, I haven't really thought of that, but it probably could pair into that. I know there's like majors in college where like music you can major in, like, I don't even know, but
No,
there's
and just to plant that seed, because I do think, especially given the place we're in, like a lot of these artists that are around us, they went to school. They were artists before they went to school, right?
Mm.
But then they managed to go to these universities and go to these places that have a tremendous amount of resources. And I think that university as a resource is something that as a culture we're not aware. I wasn't aware of how much you can tap into. Like, oh hey, they'll write you a grant to make your album. They'll write you a grant to paint. They'll write you a grant to do all this artistic stuff. And it doesn't have to be that hustle and grind and I have to find this way and this way and this way. It's like, oh, I go to UT, I'm a Hispanic kid, and I'm writing music. I've already made 3-4 EPs and albums. I have this professor, and he's going to help me write a grant so that the government or the school will fund my next project.
Yeah.
I do think that's something just to keep in your mind. Like, okay,
Definitely.
I don't necessarily want to go to college for the sake of going to college. I want to go to college for the sake of using those resources that, UT's endowment is in the billions, right? Texas State has millions and millions of dollars in the best equipment you can get.
Mm.
So don't close those doors off because you think, oh, it's academic, right? It's a whole lot more than that. It's a whole lot more than that. So just keep that in your mind.
Yeah.
Because it is a resource that we can use for real, and they are desperate to find young, talented brown kids. That's just like, they talk about, ooh, affirmative action, all this and that, but hell, take advantage of it, like for real. Like, there's no shame in the game.
Definitely.
And there's multiple ways to play it, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in
definitely.
mind. Is there anyone that you want to shout out? Anyone you want to?
I got a few.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to shout out my friend Bree. Me and her just dropped 2 songs on SoundCloud. Go check them out. One on mine, one on hers. We just dropped them today. And I want to shout out my friend Purple Sprite. Me and him got some stuff on the way. That's PRPLE Sprite on all platforms. I want to shout out my guy Virgo. That's V!RGO on all plats. Me and him got a song coming in the near future. I want to shout out my brother K Glock, Alex, my brother. I don't know when he's gonna start releasing his own music, but check him out. He's on a few of my songs. I want to shout out my god brother Jordan. He cuts hair. He's a 15-year-old barber in San Antonio. $10 cuts. If you're ever in San Antonio, you need a haircut, hit him up on Instagram. And then I want to shout out my bro, YG3_Drippy on SoundCloud. Go check him out. Me and him got a song coming soon too. And my guy, Prod Leon. My guy Leon, Wait Here, dropping November 17th. You know, he produced that beat. He's amazing. I'm going to make a lot more music with him. He also has a project dropping in the near future with my other friend, Widito High Risk, on all platforms. So go check all them boys out.
Oh yeah. Anything else you wanna add? Any last?
Just go stream Reminiscent Echoes on all plats. If you haven't already, stream Wishing You Well too. Go ahead. Stay tuned for the single coming November 17th. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but if it's already out, then go stream that, run it up, share it, do all that, repost it, do everything you can, just run it up, and yeah, just check me out, gavthadon on all platforms, GAVTHADON, no caps, no spaces, all that. Just go check me out. Check out all my friends that I just mentioned too.
All right, hell yeah, man. Good job. I appreciate y'all coming by. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful Austin day. You know, we don't get a lot of these days.
Yeah.
But I appreciate y'all making the trip, Dad. Thank you for driving down
Oh,
here.
appreciate the invite.
Great to meet y'all. And hopefully we'll get to do this again in the future once you know start having more projects out. You know, and
definitely.
You know, let your friends know. You know, this is a platform for up and coming artists that we're trying to build.
My friends I've been collaborating with.
Yeah.
Collaborating with. Yeah, I've been telling them.
Hell yeah. All right, brother.
Appreciate you for the opportunity.
For sure.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Y'all enjoy.